Just after 10 this morning, the charred remains of businessman Totaram Mutu and his wife Basmati were removed from their home in Kaisuku Garden in Turkine on the east coast of the Marara. The couple met a fiery death just after 10 last night. A close friend of the family told this newscast that they heard 2 gunshots and then an explosion. The man said upon investigating, they saw the building up in flames. He said they tried to break into the building to rescue the victims, but by this time the building was already engulfed.
I was at a bar called Greenhouse at around 9:35 last night. When myself and a couple of friends were there, we all heard 2 gunshots went off, one after the next, within like 15 seconds apart. Subsequent to that, about 2 minutes later, there was a huge, a very loud explosion. And with that explosion, we looked across and we saw a huge fire in the air. We then proceeded and we came over here. When we get here, all the gates were closed, everything was closed. We break in the gate, break in the garage, we took out this car, his car's PNN 1758, brought it to the road, and then I went back inside. There's a door that was open. I ventured into the house, but I could only go up to about 4 feet because of heavy smoke. I started shouting for them, along with my friends, and we get no answer. By that time, the fire tender was here, and they started to do their work. But we still insist of getting into the building. At that time, I went into the shed, a shed on the western side, and started to break break a window. We were successfully breaking the window, but not getting into the building because it was a mesh. And when I tried to remove the mesh is when I got injured. After that, I came down and I stayed around for a little while, and then I went to the hospital. When I came back, I went up with the police and I saw the 2 bodies lying upstairs.
Mutu was said to be involved in the Cambia business somewhere in Regent Street. This newscast also understands that the man was also involved in gold mining. His sister-in-law told the media that the death of her brother-in-law and sister, under such tragic circumstances, was shocking to the family.
Very hurtful. We never expected this. You have to go one day, but not so roast like a barbecue. It's horrible, horrible. Oh, my sister roast. God knows if she had the time to call God name or what happened went on there, can't say. The last I saw was Wednesday. She was happy. We hugged one another, kissed up one another, as I do. So.
Did they have any problems?
No, not a problem with husband and wife. No problem with husband and wife.
It is unclear if the businessman was robbed and his building was set on fire by unknown persons. At the scene this morning, Fire Chief Marlon Gentle and other fire service investigators and members of the Guyana Police Force were there conducting their investigations to ascertain the origin of the deadly fire. Reporting for Capital News, Royston Driggs.